What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. So now into this video I'm going to show you how to perform file compression with tar. Now if you have seen my past videos, I showed you how you can make a zip file and protect it with a password. So now here, just go on, open up your terminal. Now here in the terminal, same thing, you need to have a file which you're going to compress. So I have this file here which is called psexec, and it is a Python file. I don't have any file here which is a tar file of this. So now here, to use tar as a software or as a service in your Linux machine, you can just go on and set tar. You can simply even display the menu of tar so that you can see whatever that we shall be doing here. So now you see we use a -c in case we are going to create up a tar file, and you can go on further, you can read it through these and find any flags that you can use. You see here we have a -c, we have a V for verbosity, and we also have a F for a force. So we have different flags that you can use to compress your file with tar. So to exit out of man, just in case if you opened up man, you can just go on and press Q on your keyboard. Now since we already have our file that we are going to compress with tar, this is what we're going to do. So here you're going to set tar and say you're going to set you provide a -c which is to create. Now you may include a -vf. V it is for verbosity, F it is to force. So now here we are going to provide a file that we are going to provide to our tar. So since it is psexec, I'm going to just name it to psexec. Now it's going to be .tar. So now after providing our extension, now here we choose the files that we are going to compress or that we are going to put inside our tar folder. So now here I'm going to use psexec.py. This is a file I want to put in my tar compression. So if I press enter, and when we come back and release here, you're going to see that here we have a tar file that has been compressed. Let me clear this, and I'm going to just say psexec. Now here I'm going to just press tab. You see that we have our psexec.tar. So now here a tar file has been created. Now this can take us to another flag that we can use. So now with the tar we are able to view some files inside our tar file even though we have not extracted. So now here we use a -t to see all the files which are inside our tar file. So let's try it. So now here we are going to set tar -tf. So here we provide the tar file which is psexec.tar. Now if I press enter, you see that here we are able to see the content which is inside. Let's also try it on another file. So here I already have a file which is compressed, and it's called go.tar. So we can also try it on the same command. I'm going to just press the upper key on my keyboard, and here I'm going to just say go.tar. So you see if I press enter, we are able to see the information inside our tar directory. So now here we can also compress using the gunzip, tar with a gunzip, tar with a xz. Let's try it. So in case you want to compress tar with a gunzip, here we are going to use a capital, or we are going to use a Z for a gunzip. So now here I'm going to clear this. Now we are going to set tar -c which is to create, -c which is to create, and here we are going to use a Z for our gunzip, and also we can use a F. So here I'm going to say this is tar, provide a name which is psexec. Now here we are going to say .tar.gz which is gunzip. So here we also choose our file we want to compress, which is tar.psexec.py. So if we press enter, and if we list content here, let me just list where we have the psexec. I'm going to just put an asterisk, which is a wildcard. If we press enter, now here you see that we don't have our data for a gunzip, but let me list everything here. You see that we have tar.gunzip. It has been created. Now here, to create one with a gunzip, remember you use a Z into your command. So now here we can also create one which ends with .xz. So now with .xz, the way we are going to do it, we shall use a minus j. So let me clear this. Now here we are going to say tar minus c, which is to create. Now here I'm going to put a lowercase j, and I'm going to put an f. So now here we provide our file, which is still the same, psexec. This is a file that we are naming psexec. Now here is going to be .tar.xz. So now also here we choose a file we want to save inside our compression. So now it's going to be psexec .py. So now if I press enter here, we are going to have an extension of .xz. So if we list data here, you see that we also have another one which is .xz. So I can just come here and say psexec.tar then .xz if it is present. So you see that it has been listed here. So I've showed you how to compress your file using a gunzip and also a .xz. So how about in case we want to extract our files which are inside in all these compressions? So I'm going to first go on and remove this file, or I can just rename it. I'm going to just rename the psexec original file.py. I'm going to just rename it to a new name. I'm going to just say this is going to be one psexec.py. So I've renamed that, and if we list our data, or if we say psexec.py is going to be not present within our system, you see that they say this is no longer a variable. So for us to decompress our data inside that, we shall use a flag of a -x. So -x, it is decompression. So if you go on and you read in a menu of tar inside your system, you see that a -x, it will be for decompressing your data which has been compressed into a tar folder. So this is what we're going to do. Now you are going to say tar. Now here you can provide any file you want to decompress. So now here it's going to be tar. We say a -x, which is to decompress. You might include the verbosity and also f to false. Then here we go on and release what we want to decompress. So here it's going to be psexec. Now you see that we have one for tar.xz and tar.gunzip. So now here I'm going to first extract this, which is psexec, then .tar. So now if I list this, you see that this is what they are going to extract, and our command is done. So if we go on and release the psexec, you see right now it is present within our system. So I'm going to go on and remove this since we already have this. So let us extract for the gunzip. So now here I'm going to say rm psexec.py. I've removed this, so now let us extract for the gunzip. So here we are going to set tar -x. Now here, since the other one it is a gunzip and it uses letter Z, so here we are going to set Z. Now I can also include the VF, which is for verbosity and to false. Now here I'm going to say psexec. Now here we choose one for a gunzip. So since I had removed the psexec.py, we no longer have it here. If I proceed with this, you see that also this one has been extracted. We can confirm that this is there. You see that it is present. What about extracting for one with xz? So let us go on and also remove this. So when we list this, you see that we no longer have this. So let us go on and reset tar -x for extract. Since we used a J for creating one which ends with .xz, we are going to use a J, and here we include the VF for verbosity and to false. Now here we say psexec and we choose one which ends with our .xz, like this. So if we press enter, you see also this is what is going to be extracted, and if we list our data here, you see that this is present. So now into this video, I've completed all the file compression with tar. Now you can go on, leave a comment section, like to my video. You can subscribe to my channel in case you want to see more videos in Linux administration. Have a great day. Peace.